Well, we had a friend of the family that knew about the program and told us that it was very beneficial to people, and that there was a lot that we could benefit from. So we decided to apply for it that way.
And then all of a sudden we got a call from Lindsay and said that that they wanted to come out and talk. So her and Todd came out, we sat down and they discussed the program, and Todd did a really nice, thorough inspection, walkthrough, and they've actually come back a couple of times since then and gave us some really good information, has kept us involved in the process, and here we are.
One of the neat things about the Green and Healthy Homes initiative in Dubuque is that it grows out of an existing sustainability effort that's been in place since 2006.
I think all of the other cities involved are larger metropolitan areas, so we're a smaller community, and I think because of that, one instance we're looked at as maybe we could be a model city and replicate it in other communities that aren't such large metropolitan areas.
We moved from the idea of fixing houses, which we've done really, really well for a long time, and work more holistically with the family in that house so that we address all the issues of concern for that family, help them become more successful, and help them towards economic self-sufficiency. That's what creates healthy families, and that's what will create healthy neighborhoods. So it has a sort of a concentric effect.
Green and Healthy Homes, since it is a holistic approach, we're not just looking at the house structure, we're looking at the family as well as the house structure. So the home advocate is really in charge of making sure the family is benefiting from everything that's going on.
A lot of people think the Dubuque Healthy Homes initiative is different, and it really is. It's got a couple of very unique aspects. First of all, it's built on a sustainability program designed by the mayor and the city council and fostered by the community over the last decade. So it really is talking about long-term investment in the community to make it not only more economically sustainable and not only more environmentally sustainable, but more socially and equity sustainable. Also, it was different in that they took a very systematic approach. Applying lean training and lean technology systems to what have been social housing programs was kind of unheard of, but I loved the outcome.
Well, I thought the lean training was ingenious. David Lyons suggested that they come in, and what really happened was that the people on the ground, the rehab, the weatherization, the lead folks were able to see firsthand. I mean, they actually shared the information of how much duplication there was, how much waste from the lean to the waste, how much waste there was, and how much opportunity there really was to work together to do an amazing feat, which is to lower costs while improving outcomes. That doesn't usually happen where you get both.
Having Hector Marino and explaining the inspection process was truly beneficial for me as an inspector. We're using Baltimore's assessment form very closely anyway to what they use, and so I had the opportunity to go out with Hector to the second pilot home on Jackson Street and do a complete walkthrough, full inspection of the home, and Hector kind of walked me through the assessment form as he would do it.
Toss questions back and forth of how do you resolve this situation or resolve that situation. Trying to, let's say, dive a little deeper into the process to see what kind of cures that they would use and who they would go to for assistance in that, in a particular situation.
Dubuque has been chosen by the national group to move it from our city effort to then push it out into the county and the rural areas. We will be the first site that will do that, and then actually Iowa has been chosen to be the first state to go statewide. So they'll be using Dubuque as that model to figure out what policies need to be be changed, what needs to happen to then go statewide. So that's pretty exciting.
You know, once we get rolling and we see some good outcomes and we make homes healthier, you know, we can turn around the thought that, you know, your health is not determined by your zip code or where you live. And so that is a positive thing for the entire community in terms of sustainability and social equity and, you know, our whole plan.
This truly could exist and thrive long after federal funding, where we really change how we do business, and Dubuque, Iowa is a green and healthy home city.
Lindsay coming in with her packet of information was really nice, because instead, like you said, instead of having a contractor just kind of walk through the house and this is what we're gonna do, she would sit down with us, you know, and say, ask questions and let us ask questions, and, you know, really get to know our particular needs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just us being one more person in the line or on the list.
I guess one thing that I didn't know was all the things that weren't, you know, in the home already. Like I had assumed there was insulation, you know, but then I come to find there wasn't any at all. You know, I had assumed that things worked when they didn't work. I would have just assumed that, like when I bought the home, I had an inspection done where they just came and walked through and looked at things, and they didn't have a single concern. So I learned, you know, when you purchase homes, you need to kind of do more than that. You need to look at places that you can't see with just your eye.
Ask questions.
This is kind of a big deal. I mean, no, it's not kind of a big deal. It's really a really huge deal for us. And they are coming in and they are helping with stuff that we couldn't do ourselves. There's no way we could do these repairs or even afford to do these repairs.
We were paying the energy bill before. It was like, wow, you know, money was just like flying out. And now it's not so bad. And then also another thing for me personally, coming back into the house after, you know, the windows were done and everything, it kind of motivated us a little to do, you know, more also like paint and fix other things up as well, which was, I mean, awesome.
Just like, you know, we were friends, you know, and going through the whole process and that, you know, it made me feel a lot more at ease, you know, having other people in my home and doing something like this and that, you know, because it's not every day that you get somebody that comes in and treats you down to earth, you know.
Yeah, and then they have been really good about just making us feel like we were, you know, that they weren't looking down on us, you know, that we were just sitting around having good conversations and really made us feel at ease about the whole process. And that's a big deal. That's really a big deal.
To see